Don't faint. Hey guys, listen, it's Dami here from Client Top Boosters, and today I'm going to be discussing my experience with a dopamine detox, okay? So when I was 20, I started, consuming a lot of different personal development content. I already did much at a much younger age, but I started getting really interested in things like NLP, which stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. Started getting interested in, Tony Robbins a little bit more, just really specific things. And I wanted to basically push certain limits to see where my breaking points were. Now, the justification for this was because, what you'll learn is that we have a lot of limiting beliefs on ourselves as humans. I can't do this because when I was younger, I didn't do that. Sometimes we have a lot of these inbuilt beliefs that hold us back from doing things. Now, how does that relate to a dopamine detox? Basically, during COVID, I was watching a variety of dopamine, no-fap videos, just trying to learn about self-control and things like that. And to be honest, I haven't had too much of an issue with some of these things. It's just more, again, I wanted to see how far I could push myself. So basically, the first detox I did was, probably when I was around 20 years old, and I would pretty much wake up nearly every day. I wouldn't eat till I would complete most of the most difficult tasks of the day. Now, a lot of entrepreneurs do this. This isn't a crazy thing to do. What ended up happening though was I would not eat routinely and accidentally, by the way, because habits build and then they're hard to break. I would wake up, let's just say at 6 or 7 a.m. and I would work. Now, initially this wasn't it was obviously a bit difficult, but once the habit built, it built. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. But I was a 20-year-old that was working out a lot. I was a semi-elite athlete playing at a high level. It was a rapid change to my behavior. And the work rate that I had was increasing. So because I was I'm putting out so much more work and it's during COVID, I was reading on average, maybe one book every 7 to 8 days. I was smashing through maybe one full online course per week. So I was consuming, 3 to 4 hours of a course per day, plus, making cold calls, plus doing a ton of other tasks. And what happened was at the end of that dopamine detox, I actually got intense vertigo. That was my first detox. Hey guys, listen, if you're enjoying the content, then I would really appreciate if you could share this with a friend and get the word out there. I put a lot of work into these videos, and it would mean a lot to me and the CB team. So yep, share it around with your friends, guys. Thank you, much love. Back to the video. Dopamine detox. The second detox that I did was the year after, when I moved out. So I moved out of my parents' house. I was 21, and I did a detox. And this detox, I said, I'm not gonna not hang out, but I'm not gonna have any relations with women. So no girls. I didn't listen to music as well, so I canceled music out. Now you're probably thinking, Donnie, how do you cancel out music? All I'm doing for 2.5 months is just head down, hustling, sending out proposals, driving to different restaurants, driving to different people to pitch. It was interesting because especially the music and the women thing, and I wasn't sleeping much. I was averaging probably 4 hours, 4.5 hours max. Not max, but 4 to 6 hours a night. And I'm 21 at this time. Very bad for my brain, especially at that age when you're developing. At the end of the detox, guys, first of all, I'll tell you this. When you don't listen to music intentionally for 2.5 months, you appreciate music so much. I remember the first song that I listened to was Pharrell Williams. Oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, that's all I wanna do is show that you are really special. So I listened to that song and I nearly cried, guys. I'm not a super emotional person. I nearly cried listening to that song because it was so wow, music is so beautiful. Now, after I listened to music and I started to get my senses back, by the second, third day after that detox, guys, I got so sick. I was throwing up 8, 9 times a day. It was insane. I mentioned the negative parts of a detox because a lot of times people will talk about just the positive benefits of it. And, it is a really good thing. I'm an extremist. I know that about me. I did take it very far, right? But it's definitely worth trying for maybe a small period of time, especially, for example, if you're going to not listen to music, try maybe not listening to it for a week. And what it will force you to do is to actually just sit with your thoughts. I honestly felt like I came out of that whole 2.5 month experience like a soldier. I was so grateful for it. So yeah, those are my experiences with dopamine detoxes. Great learning experience. I think everyone should do it, maybe within a confine that works for them. Not everyone needs to necessarily do it for 3 months or they're, restricting certain things, but also some people might, and it might benefit them a lot. I actually think if I had my sleep intact, that I maybe could have gotten slightly different results and my health wouldn't have been affected by these things. But that was my experience doing dopamine detoxes. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Drop a comment in the comments below, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, share with a friend. Much love. Peace out. Don't faint. Bye-bye. Hey guys, listen, it's Dami Okadara here from Clientele Boosters. Thank you so much for watching another video. If you liked it, if you hated it, drop a comment below and share your opinions. We read everything and we want to improve steadily, as you want to improve your business as well, right? So your feedback is much appreciated. If you also want to learn how to build your own mega community, click the link below, because in this AI world and as things are progressing, it's very important to stay ahead of the curve. And the best way to do that is by creating a community of people that are bought into your business. Till then, enjoy.